Hello guys, Crypto Dave here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, what I want to do is I want to provide a step-by-step guide to how to make a paper wallet to safely store your Bitcoins, okay? And what I have done is I have divided the instructions, which I feel is important, into right now about 4 different lessons, okay? Because it's so long, I want to divide them up into shorter lessons so people can follow easier, right? So anyway, in today's video, this is lesson 1. So we're gonna actually go to talk about how to create a Bitcoin wallet, paper wallet, so that you can safely store your Bitcoins. Now, why do I have this urge to create this video? Is because of a lot of recent news I've read, like people getting scammed. Telegraph, if we go to Cointelegraph, is an publication on the cryptocurrency industry. You will kind of pick up, well, you'll actually be able to read a lot of news concerning the cryptocurrency world. But anyway, I can't find that article right now, but then you can kind of scroll down this web page and then kind of read some of the articles, okay? So anyway, they had an article up earlier today regarding the Bitcoin Gold launch, and how there was a wallet and then people stole a lot of money, like some scammers. They stole a lot of money from the newbies, thinking that they can just enter their private keys into a field and then check their balance and claim their Bitcoin Gold. And then of course, I mean, for any of us who have been in the cryptocurrency business industry long enough, we know that you never show people your private keys, right, for the wallet. So anyway, just want to make a few points clear here. So first things first, let's go to the website where we can create our own paper wallet, okay? So we open up a browser and then we search for bitaddress.org, okay? And then basically it's going to open up that web page, or it'll search it for us, right? And oh, it opened up right away. So we're at the bitaddress.org, okay, website. And then you gotta kind of move your mouse around, because that's how they generate the code. And the more you move it around, the more random the code will become, I guess. Okay, so let's move our mouse around and wait for a few seconds, and then it should generate a code for us, right? Okay, there you go. So let me kind of just go through this real quick, but then of course this is not safe enough as far as I'm concerned, okay? Because it doesn't have a BIP38 passphrase, okay, which is what we're gonna also create in this tutorial to make it double safe, right? Okay, so first of all, let me just go through this real quick. This is what you call a paper wallet. Okay, because you can print it out, right? Once you print it out, it's on a piece of paper, then it's called a paper wallet. You can also use a sniping tool, right? You can also use a sniping tool on your computer, and then if you just snipe it, like if you do this, right, and then you can save it, right? So you can save a digital copy onto your portable hard drive if you want. So this is your private keys. Okay, this is your private key. This is where you send your Bitcoins to, right? And then, or you can scan it. It'll generate this private key, this public key, right? So this is the QR code associated with this public key, and then this is the private key. This is your private key to the same account. And if you enter this is what people got scammed with, right? So they wanted you to enter this key. Once you enter this key, then boom, your money is gone, man. They can take your Bitcoins, right? So you never show people this key. Never, ever, right? Now, but in my eyes, this is not safe enough, because people sometimes they can hack in, break in. They can find some way to find your private keys. If they just find this private key, then your money, your Bitcoin's gone, right? So this is what I normally do, right? So in order to create a really safe paper wallet with a BIP38 encryption, passphrase encrypted, click paper wallet, and then it's going to take you to another page, right? So first of all, I'm gonna hide the artwork because I don't want this artwork. It's a little bit too fancy. And our main purpose is just to make sure that it does its job good and not, we don't want anything too fancy on the piece of paper, right? So, okay, number 2 is click the BIP38 encrypt. Do we want that? Yes, we do, right? And then we're gonna just generate 7 address on each page because that is a good amount, and it just takes up the piece of paper, right? So now, what we gotta do is, let me just open up another fresh page. New. Do you want to save the changes to? No, I don't. Okay, so let's say passphrase. This is Bitcoin wallet set 1. And then you want to ask yourself a few questions, right? Who was your high school best friend? And then only you know the answer. So these are really personal questions, right? So let's say you can say, well, my high school best friend's name is Sam. Okay, so just put Sam. Number 2, what city did you go to high school? Question mark, right? So you can say, well, I went to high school in, I went to my first high school in California was in Ojai, O-J-A-I. It's near Santa Barbara, near Ventura County, right, in California, so Los Angeles. So you can just put that. And then number 3, what color was your first car, right? Everybody gets their car at a really young age in America. So I'm sure you still remember the color of your first car. Say red, right? The color of your first car was red. My first car, anyway. Okay, number 4, which high school did you graduate from, right? And then you can say abbreviation only. You just need the abbreviation, right? So SMHS. For me, I went to SMHS. Not many people will know where that is, but it's just a high school in the suburbs of Los Angeles, San Marino High School, right? So not many people will know, but you can put that SMHS or whatever your high school is, right? And then 5, who was your first, girlfriend, right? Question mark. And then, of course, you can put any name. For me, I'm just going to put Jenny. Okay, that's a cute name. So, assuming that you just want 5 questions like this, right? So we did that already. So put that together. Sam, Ojai, red, SMHS. Oh, one thing here, no capital letters. Just keep it simple, right? And then Jenny, and no capital letters here either. Just keep it simple. Okay, so we have Sam, Ojai, red, SMHS, and then Jenny, right? Is that good? Is everybody following so far? Let me see what's wrong with my mouse. Sometimes I kind of get disconnected. Okay, there we go. So this is actually going to be the passphrase, okay? Because we just made it up, right? And then these are the questions that will remind you what the passphrase is. So eventually, you probably want to go and delete these answers, or keep it in a very safe place, okay? But make sure you get this right, because if you get this wrong, if you get if you made up your passphrase and then you forgot your passphrase, or you mistyped the word, your Bitcoin is going to be stuck. Okay, so be sure you get this right, okay? Okay, so we're going to just paste it here, right? And then just make sure, okay, paper wallet, and then we're going to hide the artwork. We don't want this fancy stuff. We're going to click BIP38 encrypt, which is what this is, okay? It's going to be encrypted with a passphrase. This is the passphrase, password. And if you don't have this, you're not going to be able to take out your Bitcoins. So you must have this right, okay? I can't stress how important this is, okay? If you, for one reason, if you forgot like just one little letter, okay, you're not going to be able to get your Bitcoins, okay? So you have to get this 100% right. Once you triple checked that the passphrase is correct, then we can click generate, and then it'll generate 7 separate Bitcoin wallets. Okay, 7 different Bitcoin wallets, each wallet with a public key and the private key, and then all these 7 wallets will all use the same passphrase. Okay, so in order to retrieve your Bitcoins from any of these wallets, you will need the same passphrase. Okay, so now that we have these 7 addresses, okay, so this is Bitcoin address number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, and 7, right? And this is your public key. So this is where you will send your Bitcoins to, and then you will just store it there until a later date when you want to retrieve it, and then you will enter this amount, the private keys into the wallet to sweep it, which means to retrieve the money, to retrieve the Bitcoins, right? So you never show anybody this passphrase. I mean, never show anybody this private key, and never show anybody this QR code, right? Because when you scan this QR code, this private key will come out, right? Okay, and same thing here. If you scan this QR code, this public key will come out, will show up, right? Okay, so this is really important, guys. You have to get these procedures right, and you have to understand how important this setup procedure is. Okay, so what I normally do is the first thing I do once I have this is I copy this, copy it, okay, and then open up a notepad and paste it here. Just paste all this information here. This is the first thing I would do. And I'll tell you why I want to do this, okay? Because somewhere down the line when it comes to time for you to retrieve your Bitcoins, you can just copy your, or when it comes to time when you want to send some Bitcoins to that address, you can just copy and then paste it, you know, onto wherever, whichever platform you want to send your Bitcoins, right? So if you're on local Bitcoins or Coinbase or blockchain, wherever, right? If you want to send Bitcoins to this address, then you can just copy and paste it in that field. Or when you want to retrieve Bitcoins, you can also copy and paste, right? So this is just for convenience. But once you have this saved, what you probably want to do, okay, let me just kind of get this out first, separate it. So this is address number 1, address number 2. Every time it says Bitcoin address, that's a new address, okay? So we're gonna separate it just to make sure you see it clearly. Okay, so don't get this wrong. Okay, so once you've done this, okay, so we have 7 different addresses here. Save it right away. So Bitcoin, BITCOIN address, sample, okay, and tutorial 1, because of course I'm not going to be using these Bitcoin addresses, but it's a sample for my tutorial, right? So I'm going to save it onto my desktop, okay? And then on the desktop, what you want to do, oh, actually I made this BTC paper wallet. Okay, so this is, let's just say I delete, okay, so let's just assume there's nothing in here, right? Because this was the last video I did. So save it in a folder. Save it in the folder, right? So if we go to the desktop, and then you're going to see BTC paper wallet. I'm going to delete this for now. Okay, delete this. You're going to have that file you just made up, right? Sam, Ohai, Red, SMHS, Jenny, right? So this file is in there now. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, what do I need to do? Number 2 is I need to make a digital copy of it. So I get the sniping tool. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows how to use the sniping tool. So, and then just go around the borders, right? Snipe it right there. And then, so I'm going to save it as Bitcoin, paper wallet, set 1. This is set 1, right? But I'm just going to make sure I know it. This is actually not the wallet I'm going to use. I'm going to put sample for tutorial, right? And then I'm going to save it. Where am I going to send it? Save it. I'm going to save it in the same folder. Okay, so I've done that. Close it, and then you can go back to the BTC paper wallet, to my desktop, right? BTC paper wallet, so just click into that, and then it's right here. So we have the information here, which is this, and then we also have the digital copy, right, of our paper wallets. Guys, listen, we're gonna store this folder offline once we're done, right? So once we've done that, the next step is to print it. So click the print button. And then it's just gonna preview. Okay, so this is the paper wallet that we're actually talking about, right? So you want to click print and print it out. Well, I don't have a printer attached to this computer, so I can't print it out. But then what you would do is you would just print out a copy, or print out 2 copies or 3 copies, or whichever amount you want, and then put it somewhere, right? So you want to save this, and make sure you write down here Bitcoin paper wallet set 1. Okay, so you know this is set 1 because you don't want to be like looking at numbers, because these are really small numbers, but minute, you might have to wear glasses, right? Okay, so once you've done that, okay, so we have this, and then we have this, and then we have the copy, the physical copy. Okay, so let me see what else. Okay, so kind of just go down the outline real quickly, right? So we went to the bitaddress.org, we made up the paper wallet, we activated BIP38 passphrase. Okay, we to save file on the save file on the desktop to generate copy and paste private keys. We did that. Use the sniping tool, and then okay, so I just need to talk about the private and the public keys, and then we're probably done, right? So guys, I can't stress this more enough how important this is. Never show people this, your private keys. Never ever show it. Never enter this into any fields, okay? Because if we recall the Bitcoin Gold fiasco several weeks ago, there was a My Bitcoin Gold wallet, I think, and then somehow they got the trust of the Bitcoin Gold community, developers community, and then they put their link onto their website saying that if you enter your Bitcoin address, they will issue you your Bitcoin Gold, which is bull, total bull, because once you enter this, then they're gonna be able to take your coins, and they took off with like several $1 million of coins, right? So that's a real tragedy. But in any case, for people like us here, because we have the BIP38, even if they get this code, now I'm not 100% sure, okay, because I'm not a programmer, and I'm not really that technical, but then as an end user who have some knowledge, you will not be able to take out the money, the Bitcoins, unless you have the passphrase, okay? So what happened was I went to that scam website, and then I entered this address. I entered my public key. I wanted to see if they'll tell me how much Bitcoin Gold I have, but of course it says no such address or whatever. It gave me some strange messages. So at that point I figured, okay, never mind, I'm not even gonna mess with this. I'm just gonna wait until Bittrex comes out with the airdrop before I even want to deal with this, right? So they just did 2 days ago, okay? So I'm gonna start looking into that and then start to claim my Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold tokens from my paper wallet, because I've made up a number of Bitcoin wallets like this, paper wallets, and then I stored my Bitcoins there, right? Which means I'm gonna be getting Bitcoin Gold tokens. And then I also had some Bitcoin stored on Bittrex at that time, and so they already credited me with the Bitcoin Gold tokens on Bittrex. Okay, so anyway, guys, this is it for this video. If you have any questions on safety procedures, please do not hesitate to shoot me an email, send me a message. Okay, I'll be more than happy to offer assistance with this in this matter. Go ahead and do the procedures on this video first, and then in my next video, okay, so after you've done this, you would have your paper wallet, and then in my next video, I'm going to talk about how to send Bitcoins to your paper wallet, and then how to check it, how to speed it up, things like that. Oh, that's going to be another video. So I'll go through all the different procedures, okay, but for the sake of this video, we want to keep it short And this video has already demonstrated how to create the paper wallet. So please go ahead with those procedures first and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I'll see you on the next one. Peace.